So, a Madea family funeral. So, before we get into it, I want to say that this is all opinion based, so I know some people might like it, some people won't, but just understand this is all based on opinion, and yeah, that's about it. I'm sure a lot of you have heard the phrase beating a dead horse. Well, that's practically the Madea films, at least for me anyway. But in the case of a Madea funeral, the horse is no longer there, and in its stead is a bloody pulp. Look, a few of my family try to get me to understand or at least try to watch these films, and to be perfectly honest, I never got into these movies. When it came to a lot of the serious moments, they were overdrawn by the comedy, and it just the comedy of it just didn't work when all the serious shit was happening. And it seemed like the tone for each and every one of the films was confused in a sense. But the same goes for this particular piece of crap. A Madea Funeral is probably one of the worst films I have ever watched. Probably second to the fifth Star Trek movie. And as well as the very bad Abraham Lincoln film. And in case you guys are wondering, I'm talking about the one with the vampires, where he's jumping across a stampeding group of horses just to get to this one vampire to kill him. And ultimately, when it came to a lot of the characters, there was probably one or two characters that I felt sorry for when it came to the serious parts, and a lot of the other ones were kind of just a bunch of assholes. By the way, if you guys were expecting a conclusion in this particular film, because I will say one good thing about the Madea films is that sometimes when it comes to a lot of the drama, there is an actual conclusion. Here you don't get that. It feels half-assed, and it feels like a huge chunk of the ending was removed for some reason. Probably for like some director's cut or shit. I don't know. But either way, it is a bad film. I don't know why I wasted my money on this. It was a piece of crap. Now that I think about it, I kind of wish they would give you refunds if you're displeased by the movie you just watched. But unfortunately, I cannot. So, if you guys were planning on watching this, you're better off just watching any of the other films that are probably out right now. In fact, now that I think about it, and this is the more depressing part, there was, at least for some theaters, or at least the theater I was in, there was actually better films to watch. Stuff like Dumbo, Us, Captain Marvel, Wonder Park, 5 Feet Apart, How to Train Your Dragon 3 were all possible candidates to watch other than this piece of crap. So, if you guys were planning on watching this film, you're better off using your money on something else. That's just my opinion. Ultimately, when it comes to a rating for this, I think this is the first review I've done for like movies. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 1 out of 5. It was a terrible, terrible movie. And one of the worst I have ever seen. Alright. That's it for this review. What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear it. Did anybody else watch the Madea movie and thought it sucked? I'd love to hear your opinions. I want to give a special thanks to those people who have been giving a lot of support to the channel. It means a lot. I'm trying out, or at least I'm trying to branch out, try to do more than just the gaming content. But for those who come for the gaming content, I have a large variety of gaming content that I've been doing thus far. In the background of the video, you guys can see me playing Marvel's Spider-Man. So go check that out when it's out. I think I have a video up. If not, then this is early access, I guess. But overall, thank you everybody who's been very supportive. This is Rob of Novakast Studios signing off. Have a good one, and take care.